Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. आज के वीडियो में again we will discuss about banking and financial updates, definitely in the MCQ form with a special focus on October 2025 changes. In today's video, we will discuss all the changes, all the updates that actually happen, especially in risk and compliance sections with स्पेशल रेफरेंस टू बैंकिंग एंड फाइनेंस। तो चलिए बिना लेट किए हम फटाफट से वीडियो को स्टार्ट करते हैं। ये वीडियो डेफिनेटली बैंक प्रमोशन, JAIIB, CAIIB और जितने भी बैंकिंग और फाइनेंशियल एग्जाम्स जिसमें RBI से रिलेटेड क्वेश्चंस आते हैं, RBI के डायरेक्शन सर्कुलर से रिलेटेड क्वेश्चंस आते हैं, उन सारे के लिए ये मेरी जो वीडियो है वो बहुत ही ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट होने वाली है। तो बिना लेट किए हुए हम फटाफट से स्टार्ट करते हैं। हमने ऑलरेडी कुछ सेक्शंस को डिस्कस कर लिया था, जिसमें हमारा सेक्शन है आरबीआई रेगुलेटरी अपडेट्स, इसको हमने डिस्कस किया है। इसके बारे में डिटेल वीडियो मैंने बना रखी है। इसके जितने भी इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस हो सकते हैं स्पेशल रेफरेंस टू अक्टूबर, वो मैंने डिस्कस कर लिया है। नेक्स्ट जो हमारा था बैंकिंग ऑपरेशन सेंटर्स की, ये भी हमने डिटेल में डिस्कस किया है और इसकी भी एक पर्टिकुलरली अलग से वीडियो आ चुकी है। आज की जो हमारी वीडियो होगी वो होगी हमारे रिस्क एंड कंप्लायंस से रिलेटेड। रिस्क एंड कंप्लायंस में अक्टूबर के मंथ में क्या क्या चेंजेस हुए हैं, क्या क्या मेजर चेंजेस हुए हैं, जो कि हर एक पर्सन को जो कि बैंकिंग एंड फाइनेंशियल के एग्जाम्स के लिए जा रहे हैं उनके लिए इंपॉर्टेंट है, उसको चलिए आगे डिस्कस करते हैं। तो देखिए रिस्क एंड कंप्लायंस में बेसिकली क्या क्या चीजें इंपॉर्टेंट चेंजेस हुए हैं। तो सबसे पहली चीज की हम बात करते हैं तो वो होगा हमारा What are the three major risk categories under Basel III? The three major risk categories are credit risk, market risk, and operational risk. Basel III capital adequacy is built on these pillars. Each requires separate measurement and provisioning. Clear? चलिए मूव करते हैं नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे। व्हाट इज द मिनिमम कैपिटल टू रिस्क वेटेड एसेट्स रेशियो CRAR प्रिस्क्राइब्ड बाय RBI फॉर SCBs? नॉर्मली इस तरीके के क्वेश्चंस आते हैं। इट इज 9%, 1% पॉइंट हायर देन द बेसल स्टैंडर्ड। बेसल का स्टैंडर्ड जो है वो होता है 8% और 9% जो है वो प्रिस्क्राइब किया है RBI ने। क्लियर? चलिए नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे मूव करते हैं। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है हमारा, which ratio measures the bank core capital relative to its risk-weighted assets? It is CET1, that is Common Equity Tier 1 ratio. Minimum requirement is 5.5% of RWA, excluding capital conversion buffers. The next thing is, what is the minimum total capital ratio including CCB under Basel III in India? It is 11.5%, comprises CET1 5.5% plus ATI1 1.5% plus Tier 2 2% plus capital conversion buffer 2.5%. So total is 11.5%. Clear? So this is total. Okay. Now next question पे move करते हैं. The leverage ratio introduced under Basel III included to क्या इंक्लूड करता है? इट इंक्लूड्स लिमिट बिल्ड अप ऑफ एक्सेसिव लेवरेज इन बैंक बैलेंस शीट। एक्सप्लेनेशंस की अगर हम बात करते हैं, सेट एट 3% मिनिमम, इंडिया रिक्वायर्स 4.5% फॉर DSIBs. The next question will be, which RBI framework monitors financial soundness of bank and prescribe corrective action based on threshold? It is prompt corrective action, that is PCA framework, triggered based on CRAR, net NPA, and leverage ratio breaches. Next question can be, what is the maximum net NPA ratio permitted before PCA action stage 1 is triggered? It is about 6%. Bank enters PCA stage 1 when net NPA is more than 6% but less than or equal to 9%. Next question will be, what is the current threshold for symmetrically important bank DSIBs identified by RBI? It is based on size more than 2% of GDP and systematic score. Means RBI designates SBI, HDFC Bank and ICICI Bank as DSIBs. अभी के टाइम में RBI ने इन बैंक्स को डेजिग्नेट ऑलरेडी कर रखा है। Okay, next question will be, under Basel III, what is liquidity coverage ratio, that is LCR? Ratio of HQLA to net cash outflow over 30 days is more than equal to 100%. Ensures bank can withstand short-term liquidity stress. Next question will be, what is the next stable funding ratio, that is NSFR? Available stable funding upon required stable funding less than equal to 100%. promotes long-term liquidity stability over a one-year horizon. Now, next question is, the board approves document defining overall risk objective and limits is called Risk Appetite Framework, that is RAF. It specifies acceptable risk level in line with strategic goal. Then next is, which committee oversees RBI internal audit and compliance function in banks? It is Audit Committee of Board ACB. Ensures independence of internal audit and reviews ensures independence of internal audit and issues. Then next question will be, what is the minimum frequency of risk-based internal audit RBIA for higher risk branches? It is at least one in a year. Explanation is RBI mandates annual RBIA cycle for higher risk unit to detect control gap. The next is, the compliance function of a bank must report directly to Chief Executive Officer, that is CEO, and the board ACB to ensure independence from business line as per RBI guidelines. The next is, which international standard guides the bank's information security management system? It is ISO 27001, provides framework for managing information security risk. Now next is, what is a zero-day attack? It is a cyber attack that exploit a previously unknown software occurs before the developer has time to create a patch. Now next is, what is a phishing attack? It is fraudulent attempt to obtain sensitive information by impersonation via email or SMS, often leads to candidatal theft or financial fraud. Then next is, what does business continuity plan, that is BCP, ensures in bank? It is uninterrupted critical operation during disaster or systematic failure, that is BCP, and the DR form key part of operational risk management. Now next is, which type of risk arises from unauthorized access to IT system or data branches? It is cyber risk, that is increasingly significant under RBI's cybersecurity framework. Then next is, what is the RBI Cyber Crisis Management Plan, that is CCMP? It is a centralized framework for detecting, responding to the recovering from cyber incidents. All banks must align their CCMP to RBI CERT in direction. The next thing will be, which department in RBI issue guideline on cyber resilience and IT governance? It is Department of Information Technology, oversees digital security and fintech supervision. The next is, under Basel III operational risk framework, which indicator is used for capital charges calculation? It is business indicator approach, replaces basic and advanced management approach with simplified BI method. Three line of defense model in risk management comprises, first line is business unit, second is risk and compliance function, and third is internal audit. It defines the role for effective risk governance and accountability. And next is, which ratio measures a bank exposure to foreign exchange risk? It is NOPL, that is net open position limit, calculated daily to control FX risk as percent of capital funds. Then next is, what is the purpose of an anti-money laundering and counter-terrorist financing framework? Prevents use of financial system for illicit fund and terror financing, implemented with Preservation of Money Laundering Act and RBI KYC Direction 2016. Under PMLA, bank must file cash transaction report for transactions 10 lakh in a month per account, submitted to FIU IND by 15th of next month. Then Suspicious transactions report must be filed within 7 days of deduction of suspension. It is immediate reporting requires under FIU IND norms. Then, which RBI master direction govern know your customer compliances? It is RBI master direction on KYC 2016, amended up to 2025. Covers CDD, ongoing monitoring, PEP account and eKYC processes. The next is under KYC rules for non face-to-face VKYC onboarding, which document is not required? It is physical photograph, live video interaction, and digital image suffice under RBI VCIP guideline. Then next, banks must retain record of identity and transactions of customer for how many years after account close? It is 5 years, mandatory under Rule 9(3) of PML Rule 2005. That's all for today's video. In today's video, we had discussed all the important changes, all the key elements, especially for the month of October. Means all the things that definitely occur in the field of banking and finance in the October with a special preference to risk and compliances. So please subscribe my channel if you want this kind of questions, this kind of information, because these are very important and these things you must definitely know for every kind of banking and financial examination. मिलते हैं next वीडियो में. We will discuss the next key thing, that is digital and fintech development in the month of October. Till then, take care. Goodbye. Have a nice day.